Alright, what we have here is a 2007 Sunset Creek by Brook. It's a 298 BH, has an all aluminum frame, so it's extremely lightweight, and it is made by the folks at Winnebago. This is my personal travel trailer. I've redone a lot of stuff on it, lived in it with my wife to save up money to start our own business. So it's been well loved, well used, and fairly highly modified. Just about half of all the major components in the trailer are new or replaced within the last, say, year or so. So first thing we did is we pulled out all the carpet and the linoleum. We put in a laminate throughout the entire RV. I should mention that this is like a 2-bedroom unit, so you have a front queen bedroom area, and then you have a rear, originally was a bunkhouse. We removed the bunk beds and had a crib in here, and but now we've just got it set up like a kind of whatever you'd like to do with it, office space. This door is like I don't know, 40, it's wider than 36, I would guess like 42 inches wide, so you could probably get some motorbikes, maybe some dirt bikes if you took the handlebars off or angled it right. So that's kind of your back room, bunkhouse room. But new floors, ripped out the sofa. It was really uncomfortable and cheap. Put in a IKEA leather. It's not real leather, but it's breathable. It's nice, and it's the only sofa I think that you're going to be able to fit in here. And it's light. And so I think we're still probably at the 6,500 pound weight, dry weight for the trailer. It tows nice behind my F-150 Super Crew, so that's a half-ton truck, and this thing my truck has no problem with handling or towing this trailer. But we got just a simple foldable table. When you don't need it, you can fold it up and have this extra space. So the floor is new. The trim, this transition strip I made, because this is a slide out. I believe it's 16 feet, so it's a large slide out, and the whole thing retracts in. I replaced just the old tube television with a flat panel. This is a 28-inch television. What was bad about the old TV is you would be sitting here in the couch and you really couldn't see the TV, which seems like a pretty significant design flaw. So what we did, I put in a flat panel TV on an arm or boom or whatever they call these, mount that angles any way you want it to, so you can watch high definition television. The antenna still works. It's amplified. I don't think you can see it in there, but the handle, which you would crank to raise the antenna, stripped off. I still have it. You should be able to buy another one. But generally speaking, you still get all the major channels just over the air HD. We also have a satellite dish. It's a WinGuard satellite. It's the type where you just, wherever you're parked, the satellite just automatically rotates to find the signal. That's an expensive option. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, so I do not have the receiver box for that. You should be able to get that for around $80, and then you can have Dish Network, I believe. Okay, so I upgraded the power system to an IntelliPower 9100 PD9140A. This is what basically converts shore power into 12 volt power for charging the house battery and running all the 12 volt systems like the lights and etc. and the stereo. This is a newer radio. I replaced it about a year ago. It is wired into the TV, and as well as you got 4 new speakers. So it's wired to the TV, and you also have a splitter here if you wanted to run your phone audio through the CD player. Another thing I did, so all the lights, the fixtures were originally they were incandescent, either halogen. I think they were halogen lights. Super hot. If you fired up a couple of lights in the summer, you could really feel it. It would be hard to cool the unit down. So I think I have like a dozen of these fixtures. They're all LED. They don't use hardly any power, and they're much brighter. So brand new fixtures with LED bulbs. If your goal is to go off grid or run on a generator, these are the lights you want. There are still a couple of incandescent, one here, and then I put 2 in here, so you have 2 on the ceiling and then 1 LED on the wall and 1 LED on the ceiling. Here's the other. So we got a new toilet, new as in maybe a year and a half. Don't recommend that job to anybody to have to do. It is porcelain, and yeah, it's just you want a nice toilet with a good seal. Bathtub, that's all original, works fine. Skylight in the bath, or the tub / shower. We got a sink here, plastic. I would probably replace that if I were keeping this. And there's my ugly face. We got brand new, as of a month ago, new skylights. I did it the right way. I removed the skylights, got the correct lap sealant, and the expensive stuff, and did it the right way. So we have 2 new skylights. They work great. They're just the crank style, and the other ones were just worn out. So new skylights, properly sealed. The shades are like 2 years old. They are been replaced, and all of the wood that's gray was brown. We painted it, and the walls that are white we painted, and the ceiling with ceiling paint has been painted just to brighten it up, make it feel bigger. Let's see here. Oh, there's a big thing. So the air conditioner, when we go outside, you'll be able to see it. The AC that was on here was maybe 10,000 BTU. That might not be right, but it was not the highest BTU that you could get. I put in bought a brand new, I think it's 15,000 BTU. And that unit actually will cool this thing down in the summer. Whereas the other unit it wasn't enough. So brand new air conditioner, and I replaced the circuit board controller with it, just as a precaution. Fan works, light works, stove, 3-burner. The spark ignition, I think, just works on the main burner, but you can just light these like you would a normal camp stove with a lighter. The way these RV stoves work is the same way you light a pilot. This works great. The fridge works excellent on both shore power, 120 volt, as well as propane. You can put it in auto and it'll switch between the two. The fridge, previous owner, I never got around replacing this. You can get these on eBay, not too much money. You can get a set of them. It's clean. The handle here broke off. Just found we don't even need it. It stays shut when you're driving. Seal is good on it. But you can also get a new handle if you like. So this RV is in no ways brand new or perfect. There's some imperfections on the floor. There's some seams that aren't super tight. I'm trying to make this video pretty exhaustive for you, so you don't have to, so you know what you're getting into before you come out and make me an offer or buy it. Some of the laminate paneling has come off here. You could just glue this or spackle it. Let's see here. Water heater works great. Works off of shore power or electric or propane. You have battery level. Battery, I would buy a new battery. This thing doesn't seem to hold a charge very long. If you're plugged into shore power, you shouldn't need one anyway, but I would replace that if I were going to keep this and do any serious camping. Black tank, waste tank, gray tank. So black tank sensor sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. From what I understand, that's totally common without going into much detail. Gray tank is empty, fresh tank is empty. So you can fill up the water tank and run the water pump on 12 volt. So if you're dry camping, or you can run it with a hose pressure from the city. Let's see. There's probably something. So I had it here in storage, and it developed a leak. I got 6 tubes of the sealant and redid basically every joint on the roof. And we've had a couple of rains now, and I haven't seen any water. There's a small patch where I could tell it was coming in through, and I sealed the living heck out of it. So you should be good for a couple of years at least. Yeah, I guess you have to kind of constantly pay attention to this kind of stuff, but I just believe in the golden rule. So there was a leak here, and I stopped it, got it right, and the roof is in good shape all in all. What else is a negative? There's no mattress in here. I just assume that somebody's going to want to have their own new mattress. It's what we did is we got the IKEA, the poor man's Tempur-Pedic, the foam, natural latex foam mattress, and I cut it down. The only difference between an RV queen and a regular queen is the length. So you have this little area that you can kind of walk through. So get yourself a foam queen and cut it down, or get an RV mattress, either way. There's 2 hydraulic arms here for a lot of storage. This video is getting kind of long. And Let's go outside. Okay, so you never know what you were gonna get from the outside, or looking at the outside to the inside. It's a 28-foot, and I just put in a brand new shower unit. Outdoor shower, water line. When I first had it, I was renting some land, and the land was like on a hill out there in Hazlitt. And wind came by. I had my awning out, had it staked down, tied down, and the wind came by and ripped it and basically damaged the frame, punctured the paneling here, and tore one section of the fabric awning. However, you can still, I have it zip tied shut. You could, you of course could just get a new frame and new awning. I think you can normally expect to get 5 years out of them anyway. But new frame and awning. Or if you're staying somewhere a long time, just unhook it, pull it down, and stake it down, and it doesn't look like the most beautiful thing, but still serves a purpose. Let's go over to the back here. Tires are good. Bearings, I greased up the bearings, so she's ready to go. Graphics are peeling. Yeah, but they're really not too bad. Yeah, they're bad here, but new connector. I wired a new connector here, and then you have an adapter for a regular regular 3-prong. Some storage there. We got water heater, and we got a right angle plug for water, hose, some basement storage here. Includes some water line, I'll give you that, and the chalks there, and another screen. And then we got the weight, it's called the weight distributing hitch. So this thing, there's the battery that I would probably replace. I've got it charging up from my truck here, but two 40-pound propane tanks work good. And the weight distributing hitch, which puts just Google that if you don't know what it is, but it works great. There's some of the bars there. So anyway, there she is. Thank you guys. Bye.